Welcome to What's in the Pot. I'm your host Sean Grande, and today we are making some popcorn chicken. So tune in, it's What's in the Pot. So here are the ingredients you're going to need for the popcorn chicken. I'm using boneless chicken thighs chopped up into little chunks, you can see there. Just tiny little pieces. You're going to need some salt, some oregano, Cajun seasoning of any kind, it's up to you, some black pepper, granulated garlic, some cayenne seasoning, any kind as well. Now I'm using some adobo seasoning by Goya. You can use any kind of adobo seasoning, I like that one. And I got some hot paprika. Now if you don't have hot paprika, you can use regular paprika. I picked that up at Winners. And some egg and some flour. So everything we're gonna add is about a teaspoon and a bit. It's up to you on how much you want to use. Salt is the only thing you should need to really regulate because you don't want to make the chicken too salty. So I just added the adobo seasoning, and now salt, I'm just going to do about a couple sprinkles, so a bit less than a teaspoon. A lot of the other ingredients have salt in it, like the adobo seasoning and the Cajun seasoning. Oregano, we're going to do about a teaspoon of oregano. The paprika, hot paprika, is really up to you if you want a lot of that smoky taste, or if you want a little, if you want a lot of spice, or if you want a little. So I'm adding about a teaspoon, and I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of cayenne as well. And once we add that cayenne, if you like it really spicy, I tell you add about a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons. I'm just gonna add as much as I like for my tasting. Sometimes I like it really spicy. It really depends on what kind of sauce you're gonna use with the popcorn chicken. Cajun seasoning, you just wanna add a touch, add some of that extra flavor in there. Cajun seasoning can be very salty as well, so you don't add too much. The only thing I'm gonna add about maybe 2 teaspoons will be about the granulated garlic and black pepper. Try to add as much black pepper as you can. You don't want to add too much, but the black pepper really gives the fried chicken a nice flavor. Now once we've added the black pepper, we're going to add that granulated garlic. Now not garlic salt, but granulated garlic. Now after adding all ingredients, our next step is to dip the chicken into the flour. Before you dip the chicken in the flour, and after you incorporate all the ingredients together, that's when you want to put the egg into the chicken. It coats the chicken evenly with that one egg that you've added into it, and then once we've cracked that egg and added into the chicken, we're going to dip each piece of chicken into the flour. I've also added a touch of salt and a touch of black pepper, about a teaspoon and a half of black pepper into the flour as well, to give it a little bit of extra seasoning. And we just want to take each piece of chicken and kind of toss it into the flour and then put it aside in a plate. You want to just make sure you can shake off all the extra flour that's on the chicken and pop it into the plate. Now when you're putting the chicken, because it's chopped up in little chunks, you want to make sure that they kind of separate, because when you're frying them, you don't want them to fry in big huge chunks, because then we're making chicken nuggets, not popcorn chicken. But at the same time, we want to make sure each piece is coated. So when you're dipping it in, you can single them apart and make sure each piece is coated with flour. Also when you're frying them, and if they kind of clump up together after putting them in the bowl after you dipped in the flour, just make sure they kind of split apart so you can go ahead and get them fried evenly and in nice little small popcorn pieces. Now once we're finished with the chicken, the next thing you want to do is put a skillet, frying pan, something you can cover the pieces of chicken in oil, and you want to use, I'm using canola oil. You can use any kind of oil you choose as long as it takes a high burn, and you want to set it to about 350 degrees. Now once we have our oil going, you can see we put the pieces of chicken in there and it's frying. And this chicken is very tiny, so it's not going to take long to fry. It's probably going to take about 5 or 6 minutes. One thing I want to stress is don't drop the pieces of chicken like I'm doing, because you may burn yourself. You just want to use something like a spoon, and you can spoon the pieces of chicken in to be a little bit more safer. So once we put all the pieces of chicken, make sure they all separated, because we don't want to have them frying in big chunks. We just want to make sure they're separated in little tiny pieces. And we're going to fry this for a couple minutes, probably about 2 to 3 minutes each side. You can maybe even flip them. Total frying time about 5 minutes. They're very tiny pieces of chicken, so with that being said, it's not going to take a long time for it to cook. The one thing you may want to try doing is, depending on the size you chop up the chicken, is to fry it, and then once you've fried it, then you're going to go ahead and check the piece of chicken, at least one piece, and make sure it's cooked properly. And it's been about 5 minutes, and I've turned each piece. Make sure each side is golden brown, because that's the most important thing. You want that nice golden brown color. And after about 5 minutes, You just want to pop the chicken out. You can check them, and you can see this is the color I'm looking for here. I'll pull out a piece. And that's the kind of nice golden brown, crunchy, crispy golden brown color you want to get from your chicken. There you see. And that's it. It's simple and easy. Popcorn chicken in 5 minutes. Thank you for tuning in. This is What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Send us your comments. Let us know what you want me to make, because Christmas is coming up. If you got a special dish that you're like, damn, I don't even know how to make it, let me know, and I'll try to make it, and I'll post a video up. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and send it to your friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your aunties, your tanties, whatever it is. It's a What's in the Pot. It's your boy, Sean Grande. Peace.